Hello and welcome, Pauleh here, and today I'm bringing you the Repopulation, a sci-fi sandbox MMORPG developed by Above and Beyond Technologies. And I'm quite excited to bring you this because it is heavily influenced by Star Wars Galaxies, one of my all-time favourite video games and my favourite MMO. So that is just awesome. Now this isn't anything to do with Star Wars as an IP, but the systems that Star Wars Galaxies utilised, it borrows heavily from that in certain areas. Now, this game is very complex, it's got a lot of depth to it, and I'm not going to be able to show you all that in one video. So I'm going to have to go over various parts of the game, try to break it down into more bite-sized chunks, and yeah, we'll go from there. I would like to point out that this game is still being developed, it's in beta testing, and they're looking to release it at the end of this year. So I figured now's as good a time as any to actually make a character and give the game a go. Now I will be streaming this as well, so you can see a lot of my progress over on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Pauleh. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a new character. This is Test Guga, but I can't delete him yet until I've made a new character, so let's do that now. So a couple of reasons why I'm excited for this game is the fact that you can make a character and give him the skills that you want, in the sense that you can do anything and everything. And if you want to be a master in a certain part, if you just want to be a crafter and supply wares to people, or just be a merchant, you can. If you want to be an entertainer, you want to dance for people, that type of thing, you can do that as well. There is a lot of choice. Now, the character creation, I believe, is fairly basic at the moment. The game is still in development. It may change, it may not, I do not know. But I'm not too fussed. As soon as my character's got some armor on him, you know, it's all good. So this is the female model. We're going to go with the male. Let's go ahead and make a character. So I can pick a voice.
Can't stop me now.
The dark flame inside me grows.
Good God.
I will grow stronger to protect everyone.
Soon I will be invincible.
Okay, we'll go with homely. Evil's okay, but it's a bit too evil. So, here we go, we get to pick a nation. Now, the way this works, because this is going to take a bit of explaining, but there are two main factions. The O1, which is One World, One Nation, and the FPR, Free People's Republic. Basically NPC factions, as they were, that you get to join the main factions of the game. But you can go neutral. You could leave either of those factions and become neutral, or you could join a nation that a player has made, and the players can make their own nations. Now these nations can either be allied with, you know, either of these big nations, or they can be, as it's known as, a rogue nation, so basically neutral, and they can ally with other players or go to war and so on. Eventually I'll probably go rogue. I don't want to be affiliated with either of the NPC factions. I'm going to be doing my own thing, but for now let's go ahead and pick FPR. Why not? So, very basic character creation here. We've got some sliders. My character is, I'm just going to leave him basically the default. Kind of like having a tall character, that's always cool. There we go, we'll go about 6'6". Okay. Skin color, that's okay, alright. Now, we can mess with the head, change how they look. Now there's advanced sliders where you can change the, you know, the bone structures of the face, the age, things like that. Not something I ever mess with. I tend to go with whatever the presets are and take it from there. Maybe I'll change how the eyes look a little bit. But let's just see if there's something we like. Head holder. We'll just go with a basic head. Hair. I don't really like how hair looks on this game. Again, this can all change. Like some of these hairstyles look okay. It's just the first ones look kind of weird. But I'm probably gonna go with. That's kind of cool. Do I want to go with that? Let's just go with bald. That's easier to manage. There we go, we got a bold character. We could do eye colour as well. Give some fairly bluish eyes. Or white eyes, there we go. A beard. How do the beards look? Not many choices for beards, but again, this is all possible, it could change. The beards look kind of weird. There we go, have a bit of a goatee, why not? This can all be changed later, I believe. You can... That's not the biggest goatee I've ever seen. You can have... There are skills, basically, where you can give plastic surgery to another player. You can change their cosmetic look, so you can make a business out of it. This was something that was featured in Star Wars Galaxies as the image handler, or image designer, and yeah, it's basically in this game too, which is quite cool. Let's go with that does look kind of weird, but you know what? Screw it, we'll go with that. Wait, what if I go with the beard strap? No, we'll go with that. There we go. Okay, so I think that's all I really want to change for my character on how he looks, unless I can make his eyes a little bit. Oop, no. Right, yeah, we don't want to mess with that, don't want to make him look freaky. Anyway, next. Here we go, we get to sort our armor now. Now, armor matters in this game in the sense that there's different types you can get. You can get heavy, you can get medium, and you can get light. Now, medium's like the middle ground, it's a good balance. Light armor allows you to move quicker, but you have a lower energy pool. Heavier armor protects you more, you move slower, but you basically have a bigger energy pool to work with, as far as I'm aware, in the sense that you can, you know, assign more energy to weapons or shields, that type of thing. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong on some of these notes, and if I am, I do apologise. So don't take everything I say for granted. I've still got a lot to learn in this game. In fact, let's just go through some of the helmets. There are some very cool choices here. Some of it's light, some of it's heavy. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing with this game when it launches. If I plan on making my own faction with other people or not, it all depends, because that requires a lot of people, so we'll see. But for now, I'm just going to treat it as I am just a solo mercenary. Let's go ahead and get that medium CBR helmet. There we go. I'm thinking I'll go along the lines of maybe some sort of bounty hunter, as it were. Some sort of mercenary. I like the idea of having, you know, a rifle and just running around and, you know, complete missions and the like. I'm not really sure yet on how I want to do it, but we'll see. It's hard to tell what's actually heavy and medium armor. I assume that's heavy, but I really do not know. But I can always change it later, so let's go with something that looks cool. So what does all composite look like? That actually looks pretty badass. I do like that. Let's go with no helmet then. Character looks kind of weird. He's got a big head. I can't help but notice that. Now, is there any... Isn't there a composite helmet? There is. Well, that looks kind of weird. I'm guessing that's heavy. Like some sort of animal. Screw it, we'll go with that. We'll go with that look. Now... Oh, I can actually change the colour for each piece. Be cool if I could do this for everything in one go. Okay, so what about the detail colour? What's that? I wonder if that's the eyes. No. Primary detail colour. Nothing's changing there. Is it secondary detail colour? Nope. Reset colours, we'll leave it at default, screw it. It's hard to tell what's what. I assume that though is... Nope, no idea. Alright. But yeah, you can basically pick some starting armor, and again you can change it later, but what I plan on doing is going with a rifle and wearing medium armor, I think. We'll see. Here we go. The clone has awoken, so I'm a clone, I guess. Vital signs are good. I'm not seeing any causes for concern. Are you perhaps experiencing any type of pain or nausea? No, I am good. Let me up. There's currently no voice acting for the tutorial, as far as I can tell. See, one of my biggest concerns about this game is that the tutorial is very rough. It's very kind of confusing, and it can I can see it. I can foresee it putting off a lot of players getting into this game. But yeah, we'll see. I know all the basic movement and stuff. Okay. So here we go. You can actually play this in first or third person. And there's the whole... So I can basically change the mouse mode or aim mode. And aim mode's when you're going to fight. So... Before I go through any of this tutorial, because the tutorial is kind of complicated and a bit boring, I don't want to show it all in this video, but I do want to show you some of the basics. But I will go through some of the windows we have here. This is our main character window, your inventory, your vitals such as health, endurance, energy shield, momentum. I'm not entirely sure what some of these are. I'm currently wearing heavy armor, okay. I'm a reserve, I'm a private for FPR. Energy pool split, so I can basically change my energy. Maybe if I want more energy dedicated to my weapons, I can do that. Okay, now these are the skills. Now, as far as I'm aware, there's no skill cap in this game. Well, with that said, I believe you can max out a skill, but there's no limit to how many skills you can max out. But you can only use so many skills at a time, so even if you have, you know, everything, you can't use it all at once. Now, most weapon skills are tied to a weapon, so you're already limited in that regard. But let's have a look. So you've got heavy, light and medium armor, then you have shields as well. Now there are a ton of different skills in this game, and you can do all of them should you want to. Combat skills, so I'm assuming some of this is split up. Like, I don't really know how it works, but I imagine you could use, you know, assassination skills with other weapons, such as you could use an axe while sneaking around. I'm not entirely sure. But there's dual welding, there's handguns, there's rifles, shotguns, thrown weapons, unarmed, like martial arts. There's all sorts you can use here. And then there's a whole bunch of defensive skills as well. You've got general skills such as acrobatics, concentration, stealth, survival, swimming, thievery, tracking, vehicle control. You've got a whole bunch of trade skills. I mean, crafting in this game is going to be huge. It is going to be absolutely massive. You've got animal handling, you can tame pets, diplomacy, you can talk your way. You can talk to NPCs and influence them through conversation. You may even be able to forego an entire combat line just by talking to someone. First aid, entertainment, leadership, veterinary medicine, like the ability to heal animals, I guess. Entertainment, here we go. Entertainment reflects your ability to entertain others, be it through music, acting, dancing, or other types of performances. So, again, this was something that was pretty big in Star Wars Galaxies, and I'm glad it's made a comeback here. So what that means is you can get buffs and such from an entertainer. Now, there are achievements, but that's not active at the moment. Knowledge, okay, so these are different plants, I guess. Different trees. What else do we have? My abilities. I'm going to end up learning a whole bunch of abilities from doing this tutorial. Right now I've got some basic stuff. I've got the different stances. You can go prone, steady your weapon, but you know, you'll get a massive negative to dodging, parrying and speed, but you know, that's to be expected. You can crouch, and you know, I do have stealth. There we go. I'm not sure if I went stealth there. I don't think that quite worked. There's corpse extraction, there's track. So there's all sorts of skills. We're going to learn a lot more going through this tutorial though. You've got your inventory. Can I make that bigger? Yes, I can. Skill imprinting. Okay. Again, I really don't know how any of this works. I'm going to pick it up as time goes on and I'll get better at it and so on. You got your recipes, which I don't know yet. Nation data. This is where you can look at the various nations. As you can see, I belong to FPR. Apparently I can leave this, but I won't at the moment. Structures. So one of the big things about this game is that there are player housing and player cities, and with that you can build your own city that other players can come live in, sell wares out of, that type of thing. And one thing that's actually kind of cool is that you can access all of this through the structure menu here. And you can see all the different items that you can buy and build and place down, and I believe you can like size them as well. And this is actually a cool little menu because you get to see everything available. Okay, so here we've got alliances. These are all player made factions and what their stance is with everyone. For instance, because I'm in FPR, all these red factions, or everyone that belongs to O1, are basically hostile to me because I'm in FPR. If I was rogue, I imagine they would be considered neutral. Yeah, as you can see here, a lot of player-made nations. The settings here, I'm not entirely sure what any of this is. You've got your bank, and some of these tabs aren't working yet. So, okay. I think that's pretty well everything worthy of mentioning. You got your email, trading. So I've got a auction house that you can access anytime, I guess. Let's do a quick search. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of stuff on here. I'm not entirely sure how it works. If it's like Star Wars Galaxies used to be, you'd use a auction house. You'd see an item. If you won it, then you would have to go to where the item is. It could be on another planet. It could be on the opposite side in another town, basically. So you'd have to physically travel to it. I'm hoping that makes makes an appearance in this game, but I'm not entirely sure. It may end up being a case where you get it in your email, which would be a shame. Okay, so as I said, the tutorial I find kind of boring, but it's worth just powering through it, and then you'll slowly learn the game at your own pace once you get out of here, although there is a lot to learn. So anyway, I have an option here to intimidate this guy. Let's see if it works. Did that work? Okay, that did not work. Basically, yeah, trying to intimidate a military officer inside a military base is probably not the smartest move, but I did increase my stat by using it, which is cool. Okay, I want to grab this PDA, I guess. There we go. Alright, let's do I need to keep listening to him? Alright, there we go. I've been granted knowledge, have I? Let's have a look. Nothing I want to inquire about, I just want to go. There we go. So I can now go to different areas and pick up missions like the medical stuff, how to heal people, how to heal yourself, how to create antidotes. I'm going to go straight to the firing range though, see if I can get some skills here. Alright, so I can roll around. Yeah, there we go. I believe combat's fairly skill based in the sense that you've got to dodge, you've got to use shields, you've got to block, that type of thing. Take gear from a locker, okay, where's the locker? I have no bloody clue, but my acrobatic skill increased, which is good. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I think I just got me a pistol. I did indeed. You can fit a special item. As you can see, it's got these sockets. Can I go ahead and... There we go. 2 extra % damage. Good, good, good. And I believe I learned a couple of cards. Now these are abilities, these are skills that I can learn. There we go. So I'm not entirely sure how many skill bars you can have. Let's have a look. Increase. I think that was the size. Open new. Oops, I just lost my attack. I just wonder how many skills in total I can have. Right, there we go, I can move it around. Okay, so hang on, I need to get my skill back I just lost. It's gonna be one of these somewhere. Okay, where is it? Knowledge. Skills. I don't know where they go. Well, that's a great start. It's not skill imprinting. Oh, abilities list, there we go. I should have a basic attack. Yep. There we go. Stealth, let's move that down here. Track, move that down. Leg shot and burst fire, that's what we want. So I've got my weapon now. Now I can pull it out. And I can manually fire. Momentum is represented by the green bar on your status window. Momentum is gained when things are going well for you and lost when things are going poorly. So, many special abilities such as burst fire require and consume your momentum. Okay, that makes sense. So the more you do basic attacks, you can do more skills. Now, one thing I want to point out is that I can go out of aim mode and just right click on the targets that I want to shoot, and I'll do so, or I can manually aim it and aim in random places. Now let's try some of my new skills. Let's get some momentum going. Alright. There we go, I think I just did burst fire. Leg shot. Okay. So what did he give me? I guess I can put that in the weapon. It says it's an ability enhancement, so I wonder if you can actually improve your abilities. Oh, you can as well, so you can customize each of your abilities as well. That sounds pretty cool. So 4% energy penetration I could add to burst fire. That's cool. I didn't actually know that. I knew some of these features coming into the game, but I didn't know that. So this guy's gone prone, as you can see there. I don't have my stances on my hotbar, so I can't really change very easily, but I can like roll and move and shoot. Okay, right. How do I put my weapon up? There we go, automatically holstered. So yeah, that's basically the very basics of combat. You can be unarmed as well. I believe you can switch between weapons, but there's like a 6-second delay. So you can switch on the fly, but expect to be vulnerable while you're doing that. Now this video's been kind of all over the place. I know I've talked a lot. As I said, this is a very complex game, and there is a lot going on inside it, and I'm not the best person at explaining these things, but I'm going to try my best. So if I made anything a bit more confusing than it should be, please let me know in the comments of this video on how I can improve and so on. As I said, I'm going to be doing more of these videos to show you more bits and pieces of this game. I'm going to get through these training areas so you don't have to see any more of it, and I'll show you some of the skills you can pick up afterwards, and we'll have a look at the larger world outside. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and this is my first proper look at the Repopulation. So thanks for watching, until next time.